In this lesson, we're going to learn how to divide mixed numbers by whole numbers. How do we go about this? We're going to examine the steps that we have to follow, and then we're going to apply those steps to solve some actual examples together. So what do we do to divide mixed numbers by whole numbers? We will first convert the mixed number to improper fraction. We're going to write the whole number as a fraction with 1 as its denominator. Always take note that this fraction is going to be an improper fraction as well. So in this case, what we're looking at is, if I had 5 as the whole number, I'm going to write this as 5 over 1. This is an improper fraction, 1 as its denominator. And then we're going to flip the numerator and the denominator on the fraction on the right side of the division symbol. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominator. So when we say that, we mean multiply across, and then reduce the fraction to simplest form, or you may also have to convert it back to a mixed number. Let's go ahead and see how this applies in some examples. Evaluate 3/1/6 divided by 4. Our first step is to convert the mixed number to an improper fraction. So 3/1/6 is going to be 3 multiplied by 6 plus 1 over 6, which is going to give us 18 plus 1 over 6. That gives us 19 over 6. And then we have 4. We're going to write this as an improper fraction with 1 as its denominator. So now we have new fractions. Well, we have represented both fractions as improper fractions, so let's replace them. So 3/1/6 is going to give us 19 over 6. We are divided by 4 over 1. So now we leave the fraction to the left alone, and then the fraction to the right, we flip them. So we have 1 over 4. Change the sign to a multiplication. Multiply across, 19 multiplied by 1, divided by 6 multiplied by 4. So this is going to give us 19 over 24. That's the simplest form. The next example is evaluate 7/1/5 divided by 6. Our first step is to convert 7/1/5 to an improper fraction. So 7/1/5 is going to give us 7 multiplied by 5 plus 1 over 5, which is 35 plus 1 over 5, which is going to give us 36 over 5. And then 6, we're going to replace it. We're going to convert it to an improper fraction with 1 as its denominator. So that's what we have, 6 over 1. Now we're going to replace these fractions with their improper fractions. 7/1/5 is 36 over 5 divided by 6 over 1. So now we leave the fraction to the left, 36 over 5. The fraction to the right, we flip. So that means we change the positions of the numerators and denominator values. And so we convert then we now change the division sign to a multiplication sign. And now we can multiply across 36 multiplied by 1 divided by 5 multiplied by 6. Now what we're going to do is we're going to simplify numbers. So 6 divided by 6, 1. 36 divided by 6, we have 6. And then we now have multiply across 6 multiplied by 1 divided by 5 multiplied by 1. So this is going to give us 6 over 5. We can also convert this to a mixed number. 6, 5. 6 divided by 5, we have 1. 1 multiplied by 5, we have 5. We subtract, we're left with 1. So this is also the same as one whole number, 1 over 5. The next example we have is evaluate 6/1/4 divided by 8. First step, let's go ahead and convert 6/1/4 to an improper fraction. So that's going to be 6 multiplied by 4 plus 1 over 4, which is 24 plus 1 over 4, and that gives us 25 over 4. And then 8, we're going to have to replace it. We're going to have to convert it to an improper fraction with 1 as its denominator. Now let's replace the fraction with their improper fractions. So we now have 25 over 4 divided by 8 over 1. Now, the next step we're going to look at is to remember that we leave the fraction to the left alone, and then the fraction to the right, we actually have to flip the values. So we have 1 over 8, and then we convert this to a multiplication. So we have 25 multiplied by 1 over 4 multiplied by 8, which is going to give us 25 over 32, and you cannot further simplify. Our final example, evaluate 9/3 over 4 divided by 2. Our first step here, let's go ahead and convert 9/3 over 4 to an improper fraction. 9/3 over 4 is going to be 9 multiplied by 4 plus 3 over 4. This is going to give us 36 plus 3 over 4, which is 39 over 4. And then 2 is going to be an improper fraction with 1 as its denominator. Now let's go ahead and replace these fractions with their improper fraction equivalents. So we now 9/3 over 4 is 39 over 4, then 2 is 2 over 1. Now we're going to remember our rules. The fraction to the left stays the same. The fraction to the right, the values change positions. So we now have 1 over 2. We multiply. This is going to be 39 multiplied by 1 over 4 multiplied by 2, which is going to give us 39 over 8. Now we're going to also convert that to a mixed fraction, a mixed number. So we have 39, 8. How many groups of 8 are in 39? Most likely 4. 4 times 8, we have 32. We subtract, we have 7 as our remainder. So this is also the same as 4/7 over 8.